guess I touched a lot on this before, but essentially, education, right? So, as I said before, going into renal failure probably was the best thing that could have happened, because so I'm a very rigid person, meaning I'll eat what's in front of me. If you put Doritos in front of me, I'll eat it. If you put cauliflower in front of me, I'll eat it, right? So when I actually had to, get on a low protein diet, low potassium diet, where someone gave me, this is what you can eat, yeah, that absolutely worked. Up until then, nutritionists were giving me very broad generalizations, and I'm not very creative when it comes to, I'm definitely not in the culinary arts, right? I'm very logical, but what can I eat? I can eat an apple. I can eat broccoli. It's very boring, right? So that was a little bit of my gripe, is that if I would have gotten some here are recipes, or here's what you can eat Monday through Friday, or that would have helped me early on. But I kind of had to figure that out as I went. It was tough. And then even today, so diet and exercise, is it important? Yeah, absolutely. I've put on, so last December, and this is after going through kidney transplant, going through bariatric, all that stuff. I was at my height, I think I was at 350 pounds. At my low, I was at 170 pounds. Now I'm probably at about 205. And I started gaining weight after going to Disney World, right? Okay, so I'm in Disney World, all this food is in front of me, and before then, I was, again, eating cauliflower and chicken and all that stuff, right? Hit Disney, walked 20 miles a day, or 20,000 steps a day, and came home with minor injuries, and it's taken a while to kind of get back into that momentum. Again, 2 weeks in Disney undid 8 months or 9 months of sticking to a rigid program, right? And let's face it, food is an addiction, right? This is lifestyle changes, but it's an addiction you can't get away from. You can't cut it out of your life, right? And so that's essentially, education and those kinds of things, working up to the process slowly, always keeping it in mind. And then beyond that, the team concept, right? So I'm an admitted workaholic. I have a sedentary job. I'm working 12 to 15 hours a day, not because I feel like I have to, but because I love my work, right? It doesn't leave a lot of time for activity. I'm an emotional eater. If I get into a meeting and I'm stressed out, maybe I wander to the kitchen and maybe I grab a snack. That's not the best thing in the world, right? So being able to track that stuff leading up to bariatric or leading up to a transplant, and then being able to maintain it after is incredibly important, because this is a lifelong thing. If we look at this like an addiction, not an acute situation, but as a lifelong thing, that's going to lead to success. And I'll hand it over now, because I